Hello everyone! In this how-to short, we're going to cover a pretty common question: how to make clean connections when the road is at an angle. So for example, here the road curves a little bit, then continues on and makes clean connections. So we'll go through this together, step by step, and recreate this. Let's get started. Alright, since we're recreating this, to start with, I'll just click here and hit Control B so I can go straight to that piece. This is Bridges and Freeway Splines, 28 meter under blueprints, and this one right here. We'll go ahead and bring this out. Now, we are on the world XYZ axis coordinates. So when I drag this point out, it's going in the x-axis direction. That is the world coordinates x-axis. Now, if I were to rotate this, and I'll rotate it, that went 10 degrees because our snapping up here, our snapping is at 10 degrees for angles, so we rotated 10 degrees. Now, if I go back to axis, XYZ axis here for the move tool, it still is on the world coordinates. So you see the forward axis is pointing off that way, but the curve is going off a different direction. You see it better there. If I go up here and click on this, we'll switch from the global coordinates to the local coordinates. You see the x-axis is now facing the direction of that spline point. So I'll go ahead and drag that out. Hit Alt and drag out another one. There we go. And I'll get it to where it just creates a new section. There we go. Alright, let's bring in our next section. Now, we're doing an off-ramp section here because it's one of the more complicated one and where people tend to get hung up when they are getting started using RCR, because there are specific sections that you need to use to get the result that you need. So if we're going to make an off-ramp that goes off this way, and this is, we're going to consider as though we're working on a right hand or a left hand side driving seat in the car, which would be driving on the right side of the road. So this would be an off-ramp in that scenario. Okay. And then what we need are specific sections. So we need this section here. And I'll hit Control B just to jump to it. We need the static mesh D 28 meter right hand off ramp tri-fit. Right hand noting that it's an off ramp if you're driving right side of the road. So we'll go ahead and bring that out. Now if we bring this up and we will position up, just get sort of roughly in place, and then rotate. Now we're still snapping 10 degrees, so it will just go to 10 degrees. And now we need to line up with our section. I'm going to bring the snapping down to 1 centimeter to get spot on. Okay, looking good. This is concrete material. If we didn't want that, we of course can change that. You can see that the road surface is right here. The spline concrete road. And if I wanted to asphalt instead, I could jump to where that's being stored and instead choose, let's see, I'll just go with road 1, that's fine. Put that in there, and then it's asphalt. Okay. Let's say we wanted concrete. Then we'll leave it concrete. No problem. Okay, next section we need is this piece right here. This will be the beginning of the off-ramp section where it starts to widen. So we'll jump to that. That's right here. On-ramps, off-ramps, universal fit. And, you can pause the video if you want to follow exactly where the directory is at. I'm going right here, bringing this one out. Drag it up. Excuse my door chime there. Just get it roughly in position. And again, rotate that. It will go to 10 degrees because that's what we're snapping to. And we'll get it in position. This is where snapping would be nice, but it was a bit of a mess to do that in blueprints, and a little inconsistent. And we'll see where UE5 goes in the future here. But for now, we'll just line it up by hand. We'll just be environment artists. Do just a little bit of work and get a good result. There we go. Okay, the next piece we need is this one here. Go Control B to get to it. And again, if you need to see the directory, pause the video. But right here, section G, bringing this out. And we're going to just get roughly lined up. I'm going to rotate 10 degrees. I'm going to drag this out a little bit. Give myself room to work here. I'm going to click on the whole section, not just the spline point, the whole section. That way we're moving everything. And I'm going to finish positioning right here. Bring that in, up. There we go. Okay. We'll extend this for a ways, because when traffic merges over to exit, they need some space to move in or out and then decelerate and exit. So bring it out to about there. That's fine, right in there somewhere. Next section we need is this piece right here. Very important piece. It contains the safety barrier. Right here. Pause the video if you need to see the directory. Section C right here. Excuse me, that was the wrong one. Section I. There we go. See, even I get turned around in here. Okay. And bring it up, over, rotate. We are lined up. Okay. Again, if your axis isn't in the direction of your section, remember, it's because up here you can toggle between world coordinates and local coordinates. So we're working in local right now. Should be a little cube. Okay. Next section we need is this piece. This piece starts the beginning of the off-ramp and goes on with the rest of the freeway. So that is section F. Bringing that out. And just roughly line up. Rotate. Make sure we're right here. Make sure we're right here. Oh, not quite. One spot. There we go. We're looking good. Yep, we are looking good. Okay. Next, now we can complete our off-ramp. That would be this section right here. Bringing that out. Rotating. Okay, I'm going to pull this out a little bit to give myself room. Got to click on the section again. Okay, now I can continue adjusting. Okay. And we get that in position. It's locked in. Alright, now we can drag this out. Now, I always like to put one more spline point out here before I begin to curve. It keeps everything flush right here at the seam. So then at the third one, you can then begin to make a curve. And so on. Okay, now one thing you might notice is this street light is in the way. And as we've covered in previous videos, the key to that is to come over here with this section selected, go into the prop actors. It's the left street light, so we'll go prop actors left. And we'll set our first cutoff, prop actors BP first cutoff, to 1, so that will eliminate the first one on the left. Now that's gone, and we're okay. And that's how we would do it, and we just continue the freeway on out there. That's all there is to it. One more thing I'll cover is if you wanted to have more of these pile sections, then you can find those here and construct your own. I will go ahead and bring this piece out, just roughly align it, And then we'll bring out the middle section right here. Now I want to get exactly on where these are. So what I'll do is come over here to location. With these base pieces selected, I'll go to location, right click, copy. Select my mid section. Go to location, right click, paste. Alright, now we're exactly where they are. We'll just lift up. Actually, I'm gonna change my coordinate snapping to 100. There we go. Should make it perfect. Good. I'll hold Alt. Let's make it taller. More. Okay. And let's just do it like this for now. Not too tall. That's okay. There we go. Do it in this fashion. Okay. Now I will select the whole thing. We can group this. Group. Control G. Now we can just move the whole thing. I'm going to position it over here a little bit. There we go. Alright. So that is the keys to success with working at angles and snapping. When you make an angle and you want to make connections, just, you need to know what angle you turned at. So use your snapping and make note of it if you have to, and just keep track of your angles. That's all there is to it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.